full.
And those who ate the bread were 4,000 men.
And he sent them away, and immediately he made his disciples get into the boat, and they went to the district of Dalmanutha.
Now they had forgotten to bring bread. And they had with them only one loaf in the boat.
But Jesus cautioned them, saying, "Watch out. Beware the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod."
And they began discussing with
One another, the fact that they had no bread.
Why are you discussing with one another the fact that you have no bread? Do you not yet perceive or understand? Having eyes, do you not see? Having ears, do you not hear? And do you not remember? When I fed the 5,000 with the 5 loaves, how many baskets full of broken pieces did you take up?
12.
And the 4,000? How many baskets full of broken pieces did you take up then?
7.
Do you not yet understand?
Jesus and the disciples went up from there to the villages of Caesarea Philippi. And he asked them, "Who do people say that I am?"
And they told him John the Baptist.
Oh, and others say Elijah.
And some, one of the prophets.
But he asked them, "Who do you say that I am?"
Peter answered him, "You are the Christ."
And he strictly charged them to tell no one about him, but began to teach them, saying that the Son of Man must suffer many things, and be rejected by the elders and the scribes and the Pharisees, and be condemned to death. But after 3 days he will rise again.
But Peter took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him.
Turning and seeing the disciples, Jesus rebuked Peter. Say, "Get behind me, Satan! You are setting your mind not on the things of God, but on the things of man."
And Jesus called the disciples and the crowd to him, and he began teaching them, saying, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever will save his life will lose it. And whoever will lose his life for my sake in the Gospels will save it. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? What can you give in exchange for your soul? Whoever is ashamed of me and of my words in this sinful and adulterous generation, of him the Son of Man will also be ashamed when he comes in the power of his Father and with the holy angels."
And Jesus said to them, "Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the kingdom of God after it has come with power."
Now after 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John, and led them up a high mountain by themselves. And there, he was transfigured before them. His clothes became radiant, intensely white, as no one on earth could bleach them. And there appeared to them Moses and Elijah, and they were talking with Jesus. And Peter said, "Rabbi, it is good that we are here. Let us go and make 3 tents. One for you, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah." For they were terrified. They did not know what to say. And a cloud overshadowed them. and a voice came down from the cloud. "This is my beloved Son. Listen to him." And suddenly, as they looked around, they no longer saw anyone with them, but Jesus only.
And as they were coming down the mountain, Jesus commanded them to tell no one what they had seen until the Son of Man had risen from the dead. So they kept the matter to themselves, questioning what this rising from the dead might mean.
They went up from there now to the region of Galilee. Jesus did not want anyone to know, but he was teaching his disciples, saying, "The Son of Man is to be delivered into the hands of men and be killed. And when he is killed, after 3 days, he will rise again." But they did not understand what he was saying, and they were afraid to ask him.
And they came to Capernaum. And when he was in the house, he asked them, "What were you discussing on the way?" But they kept silent, for on the way they had argued with one another about who was the greatest. And he sat down, and he called the 12. And he said to them, "If anyone would be first, he must be last of all and servant of all." And he took a child, and he put him in the midst of them. And taking him in his arms, he said to them, "Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives not me, but him who sent me."
They were on the road, heading to Jerusalem. Jesus was ahead of them. They were amazed, and those that followed were afraid. And again, taking the 12, Jesus began to teach them what was to happen to the Son of Man. And he said, "See, we are going to Jerusalem, and there the Son of Man will be handed over to the elders and the scribes, and be condemned to death, and then be delivered into the hands of the Gentiles, who will mock him, and flog him, and spit on him, and then kill him. And after 3 days, he will rise again."
Then James and John, the sons of Zebedee, went up to Jesus and asked him, "Master, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you."
What do you want me to do for you?
"Grant us to sit, one at your right hand and one at your left, in your glory."